Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and today I'm back with another top 10 list, my top 10 zombie movies. Kind of surprised I haven't done this video already, but I love my zombie films and I've been getting into them quite a bit lately, so felt like doing a top 10 list on my favourite zombie films. But before I get into the actual list, I'm wanting to give a quick shout out to a fairly new YouTuber. He's only been uploading videos for a couple of weeks now, but I definitely think he's one of the new up-and-comers within the horror/movie community, and that is Spooky Rotten Fun, or Austin. We've been chatting a little bit. I don't know him too well, but I have checked out all his videos, and I'm pretty impressed with what I've seen of him so far. He seems like a really nice guy, and I really want to see his channel grow because, as I said, I definitely think he's one of the new up-and-comers here. His content's fantastic and he's kind of just getting into horror collecting, so I'm really looking forward to seeing your horror collection grow and your channel grow as well. So guys, please check out Spooky Rotten Fun, highly recommend the channel, and as I said before, his channel link will be left in the description box. Alright, moving on to the top 10 zombie movie lists. So this was a kind of difficult list for me to do, like a lot of these top 10 lists often are, because I'm a massive fan of zombie films and there's been a lot of fantastic ones, but yeah, I have been strict, of course, and narrowed it down to just 10. So we're going to get started, and like all these lists, I'm going to start at number 10 and work my way down to my all-time favourite, which I'm sure most of you know what that is going to be. Alright, so sitting at number 10 goes to Cockneys vs Zombies. Now this almost didn't make the list. I was really debating whether to include this one or Shaun of the Dead. I don't know, I think this one impressed me a little bit more, especially in recent times. It's been a while since I've rewatched Shaun of the Dead, but I decided to go with Cockneys vs Zombies. I thought the balance of comedy and horror and zombie action with this one was absolutely perfect, and the oldies, the old folks in the retirement home, really made the movie for me. It's not often we see old sort of retirement village age people in horror movies, and they were just absolutely hilarious. There were some great scenes with them and the zombies. So number 10 sits Cockneys vs Zombies. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. This had quite a bit of buzz surrounded it within the last year, but if you have not checked this one out and you're a fan of British zombie comedies, I highly recommend Cockneys vs Zombies. So that sits at number 10. Sitting at number 9 goes to The Dead. This is another fairly recent film from I think 2010 or 2011. In terms of a modern zombie film, I thought this was exceptionally well done. They kind of brought the zombies back to the classic sort of slow moving and looking zombies, which I really appreciated. I love the setting in this movie. It's set entirely in Africa, and of course they make fantastic use of the landscape. Awesome cinematography. This is a kind of slow burning zombie film, but I really enjoyed it. So sitting at number 9 goes to The Dead. Sitting at number 8 goes to Night of the Creeps. This is kind of an interesting movie, especially in terms of blending different genres, but this is absolutely fantastic. I think it's a classic film from the 80s. Of course, it's got the awesome Tom Atkins in it as one of the main characters, and he's fantastic as he normally is in all the movies that I've seen him in. But yeah, this is awesome. It's kind of a mix of throwback 50s sci-fi, sort of really kitschy and campy, and of course does involve zombies. The zombies look absolutely awesome in this. So yeah, number 8 is Night of the Creeps. Number 7 goes to Night of the Living Dead. This is the remake. I actually prefer this movie, or the remake, over the George A. Romero original. Don't hate me for that, but I'm not really a massive fan of the Romero original, to be completely honest. But I thought this was a fantastic remake. Tom Savini, amazing effects, and the zombies look absolutely awesome in this. So number 7 is Night of the Living Dead remake. Sitting at number 6 goes to Dead Snow. This is an absolutely hilarious Norwegian zombie comedy. Some absolutely fantastic gore effects in this. It's kind of got a lot of throwbacks to different movies, Evil Dead, stuff like that. I really love the winter setting. The snow is absolutely awesome, especially with the blood all over it. Makes for a really, really good effect. But yeah, this is just a lot of fun. I'm sure most of you have seen it, but if you are a fan of zomcoms and you've never seen Dead Snow, highly recommend it. It's absolutely fantastic, and I'd really like to see a sequel to this one. So number 6 is Dead Snow. Number 5 is City of the Living Dead. This is a really excellent Lucio Fulci movie, probably one I'm sure most of you are well familiar. When it comes to a zombie movie, I don't think I've come across creepy zombies like I have in this movie, especially during the scene where the zombies are in the bar. Absolutely creeped me out. Kind of interesting, the zombies take on sort of a teleportation, sort of supernatural vibe to them, and I think it's really, really well done. Fantastic atmosphere throughout, great soundtrack, and absolutely amazing gore effects within this movie. This is a fairly new one to my top 10 list. I've only recently really fallen in love with this movie, but yeah, absolutely fantastic, and certainly deserves the number 5 spot. So that is City of the Living Dead. Number 4 goes to 28 Days Later. Now, I know a lot of people debate back and forth whether this is an infection movie or a zombie film. I classify it as a zombie film, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic movie, modern classic in my opinion. I really love the isolated atmosphere throughout the movie, especially at the beginning where the character wakes up in the hospital. He has no idea what is going on, and I just think they capture the isolated setting of the city really, really well. I really love the sort of fresh take they took on the genre, I guess, with the sort of insanely fast moving zombies or infected. I just think this is a really, really fantastically done movie. So sitting at number 4 is 28 Days Later. Now with my top 3, you're going to see a little bit of a trend. When it comes to zombie films, I know it's kind of cliche, but nothing really beats Romero for me. So sitting at number 3 goes to Land of the Dead. This one might be a surprise to a few of you that this is on the top 10 list, let alone in my top 3, but I think this is a fantastic return to form for Romero, especially for a modern zombie film. I just thought it was really, really well done. In my opinion, it comes really, really close to matching his original trilogy. Yeah, just absolutely fantastic modern zombie film. Back to basics for a zombie film in my opinion. I really love the zombies in this, how they're sort of evolving, they're becoming a lot more smarter. I also really love the Walden City, how there's like the people that live outside the main building, and then you've got sort of the luxury apartment where all the wealthy people live. Great sort of social commentary there. Once again, like most of Romero's movies. But yeah, I just thought this was absolutely fantastic. So number 3 is Land of the Dead. Sitting at number 2 is an all-time classic, and that of course is Dawn of the Dead. What needs to be said about this movie that really hasn't already been said? Nothing really. Absolutely phenomenal film. Great character development, really great storyline. Out of any zombie film, I think this one has the best, or one of the best at least, character development storylines. The 4 main characters in this one are absolutely awesome. I love the mall setting in this, just absolutely fantastic. And of course the zombies look cool, and there's some really good effects throughout the movie as well. in terms of my preferred version of the film, because there's three, I definitely prefer the Argento cut. I love the soundtrack, and it's a little bit more fast paced as well. But yeah, Dawn of the Dead, don't really need to say too much about this movie because it is an all-time true classic. So number 2 sits Dawn of the Dead. Alright, and my number 1 zombie film is probably going to be no surprise to any of you. And of course it is the Romero classic Day of the Dead. Now Day of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead come really close in terms of my favourites, but Day beats Dawn out slightly, and that really comes down to the gore effects pretty much. There's a few other factors, but realistically when I'm comparing the two, the gore factor for me definitely comes into play. This one has amazing gore effects, my favourite gore effects of all time, Tom Savini's best work in my opinion. I really love the underground setting of the bunker in this one, really claustrophobic and atmospheric setting, love it. The characters' portrayal I think is fantastic. You kind of got two different groups, the military and then the scientists, and I think they both work really well. Probably out of any zombie movie I feel that the characters give some of the most realistic portrayals of what I think characters would portray in this sort of situation. Sarah essentially is the main character. She's absolutely fantastic in this one. And then of course I cannot forget to mention the incredible zombie Bub. Just absolutely awesome. But yeah, Day of the Dead, I'm sure most of you have seen it, or everyone should see this movie really. But yeah, Day of the Dead is my number 1. It's my all-time favourite zombie movie of all time. Okay guys, so there you have it, my top 10 zombie movies of all time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Once again guys, make sure you head on over and subscribe to Spooky Rotten Fun. Channel link will be left in the description box. And thanks a lot for watching.